everyone, I'm esmeraldapadillagould. Welcome to Vegas Vibes. On Vegas Vibes, I'll be featuring amazingly talented people from many walks of life who contribute to making Las Vegas so unique throughout the world. And on that note, I would like to introduce to you my very special guest, Mr. Tony Payne, who travels around the world, an established singer and pianist. Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Welcome.
everyone. Hi.
So, Mr. Tony Payne, would you tell us how did you start, or when did you discover a passion for singing? What was the catalyst that brought you to this way of life?
Oh, well, my father was an entertainer, and he was a band leader in New York, played saxophone and sang, and he had a band. And so through him and meeting celebrities that would come over to the house that were famous at that time,
Oh, wow.
and ended up famous in Las Vegas. That's how I got my start, working with guys that wrote for Doc Severinsen of The Tonight Show, Johnny Carson Show. And they taught me the business, and I ended up performing in Las Vegas.
Wow, that's an interesting history.
Yeah.
When did you start performing? At what age?
At what age? I was around 17 or 18, playing in the school band, and ended up working with the local rock bands for the parties. And then before college, went one summer with 50s groups like the Drifters and the Platters and the Hermits, and toured the East Coast playing bass guitar with their band. And then disco hit in the 70s, John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever, I think
Oh,
it was
wow.
called. Right? And when disco happened, I started playing the piano and performing. And one of my first jobs was in Las Vegas in 1970 at a place on Spring Mountain Road. I won't mention the place at this time. That's the secret place. And it's still there, by the way. And I played there for a year or two, and then I went on some cruise ships and came back in 2000 and worked for MGM and all their properties on the Strip for 8 years until 2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have done a lot of things.
10 years in Asia, too.
Wow. Did you go to school for music?
Berkeley School of
Berkeley
Music.
School. Oh, wow.
And communications with West Virginia University and SUNY University in New York when I was younger, Orange County Community.
So is that something that you have always dreamed of doing since you were a child, or because of your family's musical background?
Yeah, it was a gift.
It was
you
a
know, you
gift,
have to
right?
nurture your gifts. If you don't, keep doing them, they disappear. So fortunately, it has taken me all over the world. And here I am
Traveling
now.
for music to do what you love, is that something you planned on doing?
Didn't plan it.
How did you end up doing that?
Family business was commercial insurance, and I worked in Vegas for a commercial insurance agency with my mom, and we had our own insurance agency here and in Dallas, Texas. And so in the daytime I would do insurance, and at nighttime I would sneak out and perform. And now I do real estate in the day and perform at night. And
Tell us about your experience on the cruise.
the cruise. It's a great way to see the world. You wake up in a different port every day. You're living in quarters with an international base of people that want to make a cruise a great experience. So you have your waiters and your entertainers, and it's like a hotel. Your general manager on down to the staff, and it's. I would recommend it to anybody who wants to broaden their horizons
And travel the world.
and travel the world
While
for
doing
free.
what they're passionate about. So that's what's so
And get
unique
paid,
about you,
yeah.
because not all the performers can travel, right? And that's definitely a gift.
Yeah, but now with the internet and social media, you can still get your ideas across and possibly get picked up to travel somewhere. And there are websites to help you find jobs now, and still you can get an agent. But if you don't work on your craft,
Yeah, Yeah, that's my next question.
Yeah.
How much time do you give on, I don't know, perhaps before you perform? What kind of preparations do you do?
Well, there's the 10,000 hour method before you can even
I
get a
heard of
job.
that.
Yeah,
Before,
yeah.
yeah.
You have to put in your 10,000 hours, and it's very, it's a solitude thing, and no one can make you do it. You have to do it yourself. So instead of going out and playing with your friends, you're the one you hear practicing the piano up there by himself for 3 or 4 hours a day. And even after your work, you have to keep performing and practicing your craft at least an hour a day, give or take. Sometimes slide.
So, what motivates you to do this every day?
Um,
Where did you get your passion for singing and performing? Besides,
It's good
you
for
know,
the spirit. Yeah, it's a good thing, you know. Makes people happy. The joy is the audience. You know, it's not about the job as much as it is about the audience, you know, or the business side of music, you know, it's show business. So if you have a show and the audience likes the show, then the business will take care of itself.
I see.
Yeah. And with TripAdvisor and all the other social media platforms, you have to do a good show or they get you on TripAdvisor. And Snapchat, and Instagram.
Do you have a favorite place where you have performed before, or
I spent 10 years in Asia just recently, so that was favorite. And of course, Vegas is Vegas. It's always the best to me. It's been good to me.
do you have like a favorite or an icon that you look up to who has influenced you in what you do right now?
They're all great. I mean, from Nat King Cole to Frank Sinatra to Bruno Mars, it just doesn't stop. You know, The Rock, The Stones, The Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Jethro Tull. I played them all. I love them all. Good music. Johnny Cash. You know, The Rock.
I know you have done so much in your history of career, but is there anything else you aspire to accomplish in the near future?
Oh, thanks for asking. We have a great project going on in Las Vegas right now, where we actually show up to the establishment, a club, a hotel, and we bring a media team to shoot a TV show. And I'll be entertaining as part of this team. And we create another atmosphere for venues that are looking for some exposure and entertainment and audience. So we bring the whole package right to you, and there's more to it, but if you're interested, contact, who can they contact? Can they contact you?
They can contact you.
Contact
for
me,
that.
okay.
Yes, right?
Yeah, so
Go to
we'll
your-
send you a package proposal, how you can bring a TV show into your establishment and create your own, basically your own TV show. We support you with that.
That's great to
Yeah.
support the local artists in
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
And the owners of the establishment.
And the-
So they get interviewed on the show, they can have the show based anyway, produced anyway that's legal, and we will support their efforts in creating a venue for people to go and enjoy. So that's the new thing, and stay tuned because it's coming soon.
So what pieces of advice would you give to aspiring singers, performers out there?
Same thing parents give you. Take care of yourself, watch your health, don't drink or smoke, you know, all those good things. Stay on your craft, study. I think it's our duty to continue learning. Even when we're finished with schooling, we have to continue learning. Something.
It's always better yourself.
Mm.
Hone your craft.
Yeah, hone your craft.
Where can our local and global viewers find you?
My website is Tony Payne, that's TonyPayne.Vegas. Or you can email me at tony@tonypayne.vegas, P-A-Y-N.
Thank you, Mr. Tony Payne, for being on Vegas Vibes. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching Vegas Vibes. I'm Esmeraldapadillagould. Until next time.